G'day, Tonia Reeves, Australian Psychic Cowgirl. I'm in Sunday Creek at the moment at home. I've got a bit of a different backdrop and hopefully the birds aren't as noisy. So anyway, we've been getting ponies in this morning because we're getting a couple of little stallions gelded. So yeah, so I'm actually glad that you can't see on the radio. I'm dusty. I've been outside. I'm sweaty because it's 30 degrees here. I've got to learn Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is, but 30 degrees Celsius here in Australia, which is pretty warm for us because we've gone from, really quite cold to suddenly a bit of a heat wave. So we're all melting a little bit. So I apologise if I'm sweating, but it's just how it is today. So, yeah, we had to time in getting the boys done with, my afternoon. So it just happened that it coincided around the same time. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful week. We have had oh my goodness, it's just been what the has this year, winding up and not having long to go. I shared quite a funny meme with my group the other day, and many of them were like, yes, I agree. So it's kind of like this year's thrown us a few curveballs, and, we're getting to the busier time of the year, which, coming into Christmas is always busy. And, the energy is fairly full on as well. So it's really important to take time, out for you. Dave's just telling me, so it's 86 Fahrenheit here. Oh, I love it. I'm really going to learn this. It's a bit like learning where everyone lives in America. I need to study up on that so that when I come and visit, I know where I'm going, and Canada as well. So, yeah, so the energy is fairly full on. So please try and, do whatever is needed for you to keep within alignment of self. And I know for me, I've had to lift the ball a bit with just the practices that keep me feeling grounded and just dealing with things that are coming up, not only for myself, but for the rest of us as well. There's always something that comes up to, give us a little bit of a swift kick. So just be mindful of that. No, you're not on your own. And a bit like I said on my show this morning, that sharing, having that conversation with somebody else to say, hey, I'm struggling. How are you going? And just being able to have a chat about it really tends to help us then make the most of it. So we're coming into summer here in Australia. So we've got snakes on the move. We've got everything drying off. We've had beautiful green pastures, and now they're, starting to really dry off and become really yellow. So we're adjusting to, the longer days and sweating a bit more, which certainly doesn't hurt us. And, yeah, we've got, we're really into that summer vibe. So that's pretty exciting over this side of the world. I know for the rest of you heading into winter or the cooler parts of the world and looking forward to snow for Christmas, we can only imagine what that would be like here. We don't, it doesn't happen for us, but we'd love to see all the shots and pictures and photos of, the snow over there. So share them with us. My Facebook page is Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, Tonia Reeves. Share some photos. We love that. I also have a tribe where I collect those that are like-minded, wanting to learn a bit more about their psychic side. If you're opening up and finding that you're connecting maybe to spirits, or, you're wanting to connect more with your loved ones, or wanting to get clarification about the signs that you're getting, please feel free to join my group. I have kept it open for people to request to join. I haven't made it private yet, but my goal is to have a group of like-minded souls connecting and developing your psychic gifts. So, yeah, I love to encourage us. We all have them. It's not something that's necessarily just kept for a chosen few. And, I really value what everyone brings to the table, because you'll find that your gift will be different to mine and mine's different to somebody else's, and that's what makes us unique. So, we all have it. I have a lot of other mediums and psychics in the group as well that just want to connect with like-minded. So, if you want to lift your vibration, there's nothing better than connecting with a wonderful group of like-minded souls. And that's pretty much where it's at for me. So, yeah, we check in each week and share, and I encourage everyone to share their bits of information and insights as well. So, yeah, if you feel inclined, jump onto that. Next month, I will be starting at Dalesford. Picked up a great venue there that's really pretty cool. So I'm hoping to get there once a week at this point and connect with those from the Dalesford area and those that are visiting or maybe having a weekend away over there. So that's going to be fun. I'm also heading to Traralgon. So for those of you in Traralgon that want to come along to a show, my mediumship and psychic shows are a lot of fun. We get inspired. I hold space for a lot of healing. So, a lot of the reviews I get from my shows are that people, certainly can feel that when they're gathered in a group with me, and even for when they leave the show, they still get that feeling of just the feeling guided, feeling more centered, and, just overall getting a bit more clarity, but also having fun and connecting to your soul purpose. So it's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to go on to our first caller, Melissa in Florida. Melissa, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I feel like I know you.
Yeah?
It just seems I feel like I've got a connection to you. So they're not showing me exactly what that is, but, maybe that will transpire as we go along.
Okay.
Yeah. So did you want me to focus on something today, Melissa?
Before, so I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what made you decide to call in? Like, just what after some guidance or connecting with somebody specifically?
A little bit of both. I don't know if you'd be able to connect with someone specifically, but I've been meaning to do this for a long time. So
Yep.
I don't.
And I feel a little bit
work.
like I want to say to you, let me see who I connect with first. Can I ask, because initially prior to coming onto the radio show, I'm like, I want to connect with somebody's father in spirit today, but they don't always show me whether that's necessarily you or my next caller. So is your father in spirit, Melissa?
No.
No. Okay. So that one's not for you then. It must be caller number 2. Okay.
Okay.
There is a male around you in spirit, I have to say, because even though that's not the one that came through earlier, there is a male energy around you. And I feel like I'm connecting with someone who passed, and there's some reference to around the heart area with him. So I feel like it was quite sudden. Like, I don't feel like he was sick. I feel like it was a bit of I was here and then I've passed. So there was a little bit of a shock around his passing. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like, just so I can ensure I've got the right person. It's like he's stepping in for guidance for you, because you're making decisions at the moment, and it's almost like you've got 2 really good opportunities around to do things, and you're a little bit you're a bit swayed. There's one that you really, really want to do, but logically you're thinking in your head, maybe I better not do that. And it's like he's coming through to say, tell her to do it. He's your number 1 supporter.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, he's also showing me that he does give you signs.
That he what?
That he gives you signs. So it's like, I feel like you've had experiences where you've gone, that's strange. That's happened more than once. I feel like when he comes close to you, it's almost like I feel like I've got goosebumps. It's like he puts his arm around you, and he's showing me that you've felt it, but you might have gone, what was that? I don't understand what that means.
Sorry. I'm pulling it together. Do I tell you who it is? Does that matter?
Yeah, look, you can. It doesn't matter. I can just continue with the info, but if you want to,
okay, that's
fine. If there's specific things you'd like to ask, please do, because he's definitely here for you. And it's like you've called in today to get the guidance, and he's there going, I'm here. What does she need? What does she want to know?
I don't know if it's too informative or too detailed. I like to know what happened to him.
Okay. So there's all right, let me say. Okay, there's some controversy about what happened to him. What he's showing me is it's almost like there's a group of people that believe one thing, and I feel like you're in the minority who believe that something else happened. And I want to go with he's acknowledging you were right. So what you're thinking is the truth here.
Okay.
Okay, because it's like, but I feel like by saying that there's a group, so I feel like I'm going to either his family or connections that wouldn't want to believe that, so they're kind of sitting in what they believe, but it's like he's showing me that you are correct. And I feel like also with that he's saying I've come to you in dreams and shown you. So I feel like there's a reference to you having had a dream where he's come to you and explained, or you've had this feeling of what's actually happened shown to you, and you've woken up and gone, oh wow, that was crazy, but that's what you were shown. It's like he's acknowledging that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're on with that, because I feel like the rest of my family believes one thing, and I feel like me and his widower, I feel like we believe something different. So, yeah. I mean, you're correct with that.
Yeah, and I feel like the ones that are holding on to their version don't want to hear the truth, and it's almost like I don't think you convince them, but he wants you to know that you're right. So it's like it's all good. And he also wants to acknowledge thanking you, because you stepped up a lot after he passed. And I know you've said, obviously, his widower, there's some connection with her and with you going above and beyond. So he wants to acknowledge that and say thank you very much, and for you to pass that on to her. And it's also like he visits her as well, but she's a little bit skeptical on, was that him? And it's a reference to music he's showing me. So I feel like whether songs come on the radio or it's a reference to music that he connects to her. So if you could pass that on to her, if she hasn't already shared that with you, there's a definite music connection.
Okay, anything specific or just?
It's like songs coming on that were relevant to the two of them. So, it's like when we got married, or when we had our own songs that were special to them, and it's like they will randomly come on, and like it might be on a station, or she might be out somewhere and just randomly hear one of these songs and go, oh my God, and then think it's a coincidence, but it's like that's him letting her know he's around. He also wants her, what's he showing me? Has she had a reading since his passed, can I ask? Because I feel like she hasn't, but could do with one.
I don't believe that she has. And I talk to her on a regular normal or a regular basis, maybe once every 6 weeks or so, just to keep in touch, because I know that that's what he'd want. And I genuinely love her. So it's not a big, not like I'm doing him a huge favor. I want to be there for her.
Yeah.
And I don't think that. Go ahead.
And that's obviously why he's come be true for you today, is to acknowledge that. And it's almost like I feel like she will connect with somebody that will give her a reading from around her area. So I feel like there's somebody around that if she was to reach out to, because I feel like for her it's very important she has a reading face-to-face with somebody, not like I do a lot of readings over the internet, which are hugely popular now. But I feel for her, I want somebody face-to-face to give her, it's almost like help facilitate the healing but be present for her as well.
Yeah, she's had a lot of pain.
Yeah.
A lot of pain. That's why I will never leave her.
Yeah. And that's because you've got such a big heart. And that's why things are, it's almost like I want to say for you, just getting off the subject a little bit, for you moving forward, there's a lot of new things opening up because of the fact that it's almost like a bit of a karmic thing for you, because you're always helping others and you're such a giver. It's like I'm now ready to receive. And I want to say to you that's this, like the last couple of months of this year, there's going to be some big opportunities for you. And I want to say take it, please.
Okay. Okay.
So don't doubt. You've got it. You're ready.
Okay.
Okay? Because I feel like there's something there where you're a little bit like, oh, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Oh, I don't think I can. And it's like Spirit is saying, tell her she's got it. You can. You've got this.
Okay.
Okay.
And you think that she should have a reading as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And what's the regard with children around you?
I'm sorry?
The Spirit is showing me there's something around children coming to you. Where do children fit into your life?
I have one. I substitute teach. I do charity work at a foster home.
Okay.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah. It's like there's children relevant. And I do feel like I want to say there's the option of more children for you, which, maybe that's a connection to the foster section. I'm not sure, but it's like there's more children. It's like there's children are very relevant for you, and you have an amazing knack with them, and your guidance is amazing. So you connect really well with them.
So I do, whether I want to or not. I feel like they just go ahead and open right on up to me. Even if I'm feeling standoffish sometimes, they're just so ready.
And they connect with your energy because you've got such a big heart, and that's part of who you are. But children are the best because they just pick up on that. They know who's on their side. They know, they go by the feeling more than what people say or do. So that's a great credit to you.
Thank you.
Which is awesome. Yeah. So don't forget, around this opportunity, if it hasn't come in yet, I want you to say yes. There's something coming up where you're going to be offered and I feel like it's something to do with what you do. You're going to be offered a role that will be absolutely amazing for you. And there's travel around that. There's something about you like to travel or you like to change things up.
I do.
Yeah. So you're going to be traveling.
Well, that's good to know.
And and I also want to say to you, get it's like they're laughing as I'm saying this to you. Keep the training up for public speaking. So there's aspects you're going to be standing up and talking to groups, and it's like I want to say learn as much about that, about having presence on stage, about sharing your story, and just doing presentations in general. So get onto that one as well.
Okay, that's a kind of a scare tactic to me, or scary to me, but I could work on it.
Yeah, so it's almost like they're saying just be prepared, because I feel like you'll be thrown into that one, which will be great for you because you do well if you're thrown into things, but get a bit of preparation. So when you are thrown in, I can reach the toolbox and go, yeah, I know how to do an opener. Yes, I know how to do a close, just the basics. You don't have to be really majorly specific, but just get a little bit of preparation will have you ready for stepping into that. Because it's almost like I feel like with the travel, someone isn't going to be able to do it, or they're pulled out at the last minute and they're going to say, come on, we need you to do this.
Okay.
Okay, so be ready to roll.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I have to go on to my next caller, Melissa. I'm sorry I've run out of time, but thank you so much for connecting. And get yourself take your friend, both of you go and have a reading. You'll love that.
Okay, I will. I'll talk to her tomorrow.
Yeah, you're open to it now. Thank you. Take care.
Have a good one.
Bye. You too. All right, on to my next call. Elizabeth in New York. How are you, Elizabeth?
Yes.
Whoa,
very well, thank you.
Okay.
Pardon?
Can I ask, is your father in spirit? Because I've had a man come in who's, I feel like he's fatherly, and he didn't belong to my first caller. So I'm wondering if he fits in with you.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. Okay. Because he was ready. Is your dad pretty organised? Because I feel like he was early to come and let me know he was around.
Did he? What did you? I couldn't hear you.
That's all right. Was he one that was early or quite organized, because I feel like he wanted to, it's almost like being on time, or he was early to come in and want to connect with you. And it's like very important that he connected with you today.
Yes, he was organized.
Yeah. So whose birthday's coming up? Because I feel like that was part of his reason to come in today as well, to say happy birthday. Who's having their birthday?
Nobody that I can think of.
Yeah, because I feel like it's like he's celebrating, or it's handing me a cake to go, there's something, it's like, but I feel like I want to go to over the next week. It's fairly soon, but it's like a celebration. There's also a reference to being very grateful for you and all that you did for him, even though I feel like there's an aspect of him that he said, well, he feels like I probably didn't deserve all that you did, but there's something around being really grateful for you. So it's like he wanted me to share that with you. Lovely man, though, very lovely, very humble.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So it's like, and there was a lot of faith around him. So I feel like I have to use the word faith for some reason. So whether that was important to him, that there's something around that word that he was referencing.
Faith, did you say?
Yeah, faith. Like he had a lot of faith around, and I feel like that there's something around him. Yeah, faith. Yeah. So something around you having faith at the moment as well. So I feel like there's a link in with that word. Can I ask, are you moving, or where does the movement fit in for you?
We just moved here 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah, because he's showing me boxes. Like, oh, they're moving. There's also laughing. What's going on where you've moved to? Have you got a bigger backyard, or you've got something different around the backyard to what you had before?
Backyard.
Huge. Yeah. Because it's like, I felt like when he was showing me, it's like, oh, you now need him to be there to help you with that. So, it's like, I don't know whether he was one to be outside or help you, but it's like, he's just laughing, going, you got a bit of work there. But he wishes he could be helping you.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. That's
very
right
relevant.
on now.
Yeah. So it's like, so I feel like also in that message, you will connect with him outside in that house. So it's like when you're out the back, he'll make his presence known to you. Like, they're always around you when they're in spirit, but I feel for you with the new place and the, being in the backyard, like having all that room, you'll sense him a lot.
Oh, wow.
He loves it.
Yes. He loved his outdoor property and was always working and yes. I can see why he loves it. I do too.
Yeah, perfect. That's exciting. So it's almost been, has it been like a bit of a tree change for you or something, like you've gone from one extreme to the other? Or I feel like there's a reference to really changing it up from where you were before.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We moved from a main highway that ran in the back of the house to 2 acres of just peace and tranquility.
Oh, beautiful. And you're going to set that up so you can sit out there. I can see it now. It's like you'll have your little area to go, I can breathe, I can do a meditation, you can really get in your zone now, which is exciting.
Oh my gosh, you're right on. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he's showing me there's a special area that you're going to set up for that. There's also what else is he showing me? It's almost like you're into the second phase of your life. So it's like I've done the first chapter and I'm now into the second chapter. And I feel like there's a reference to that in around you at the moment. I've had the move, I'm changing things up, and it's a renewed sense of I'm grabbing life and enjoying things rather than feeling like I'm doing the same old thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful. Good on you.
Oh, my God.
He's really proud of you that you've done that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. because a lot of people have that in mind, but they don't actually take action, whereas you've taken action, which is awesome. I see a lot of new friendships and groups. There's going to be things that you start doing in this new area as well that you haven't done before or you've thought about but haven't made time for. So it's a really great time for you.
Oh, that's exciting because, yes, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Good, because it's like I'm excited. The way he's showing me that it's all fantastic. You will not look back with this. It's great. It's like, good on you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Is
So
he going to help us sell our other house stuff?
Yeah. It'll be done by Christmas. Be done by Christmas. Sold, gone.
I'd say even will be sold?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's showing me middle of November. Middle of November.
It will be done.
There's a reference to you've had a lot of people that have wasted their time or not been serious, but there's someone that will step up. It's going to go, yep, we'll take it. They love it.
Oh, good.
All right, I'm getting wrapped up now, but thank you so much for calling.
Oh,
and good luck. It will sell.
You're wonderful.
My pleasure. Please let me know. Send me a message. I can't wait to hear.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Take care. Love and light to you. Thank you both for calling in today. Thank you all for our listeners. I really, really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch me. Tonia Reeves, Australia Psychic Cowgirl, signing off. Woohoo!